Another professional win by Arsenal in the Champions League. This team is so resilient. And the defense is ridiculous. And no striker, no problem. All the three strikers are injured. Comes the striker that played last season, Mikel Merino. And Arteta has turned this guy into a goal machine or what? We'll talk about the game. We'll analyze the game. And Arsenal actually are top of the table in the Champions League currently with 0 goals conceded in 4 games. We'll talk about it, but before we go on, I am Judge Mo. Hit that like button, guys. If you're here, looks like thumbs up. It helps the video go to the next viewer, of course. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell after you subscribe. Help us get to 50,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Leave a comment below to actually tell me what you think about this. And I'm going to start right away. Gyökeres is injured, Havertz is injured, Jesus is injured, no problem, because Mikel Merino is gonna start as a striker. 2 goals, absolute brilliant. The first one was absolutely magnificent by him, a brilliant assist by Trossard, of course. But I'm gonna start earlier than this. I'm gonna actually go to Bukayo Saka, and I'm gonna say that I thought Bukayo Saka today was very professional. In the first half, he had 4 shots on target, created 2 big chances, and actually converted his penalty from the spot brilliantly. Was it a soft penalty? A little bit of soft penalty, but we know that in the Champions League, it's a different rule than in the Premier League. Like Arsenal conceded a similar penalty against my team Inter last season, and Inter won the game 1-0. It's kind of similar penalty, of course. Once your hand is above your shoulder, it is being called a penalty because you're preventing the ball from going towards the goal. So if I'm looking at this performance from Arsenal, it's very professional. One of the main things about Arsenal is that it is becoming a habit that Arsenal don't concede goals. There are a couple of things that I'm going to speak about. Max Dauman, I'm going to speak about, of course, later, and Bukayo Saka. But if you want to look at how Bukayo Saka played actually this game, which is he actually became the first player in the history of Arsenal to score in 4 consecutive Champions League away games. A lot of people actually slag off Bukayo Saka, but I actually think that Bukayo Saka is becoming one of these players that it just, you give him the ball, you know he's going to do the job, you know he's going to give you something in the game, he's going to create a chance, he's going to have an assist, he's going to have a goal, he's going to make something different in the game. And that is him being the star boy of Arsenal and probably the face of the project, of course. Of course, there are others like a Declan Rice who was so professional today. But Bukayo Saka, I believe, is the man for Arsenal to actually take them forward. We see the difference between him and the other players on the pitch. Of course, the wingers like a Trossard, Martinelli, Madueke. I think Bukayo Saka is a level above all of them. But this man, Mikel Merino, this is the go-to guy if you need a goal in the Champions League for Arsenal. He played last season against Real Madrid, and Arsenal won the game. He played today, depending on when you're watching this, against Slavia Prague away from home. I know it's only Slavia Prague, right? I know it's only Slavia Prague. But in the same time, you got to know it's a hostile place with a lot of fans that want to see their club win football matches. Cold night, of course, it's super cold in Prague. And Arsenal get the job done 3-0. The most impressive part is that Arsenal were unfazed the majority of the game. By the way, Arsenal only conceded 1 shot on target in this game that came in the 95th minute from a deflected shot from Gabriel in the 95th minute. And that is how much, this is how Arteta has built this team. It's number one, he rotated a lot and heavily in this game. And that is not a lot of people talk about that. A lot of teams in the world, if they rotated that much, they would absolutely be a little bit like, I have to tell you this, they would be phased. They wouldn't play the same rhythm. But Arsenal looked the same rhythm. Mikel Merino up top, Norgard, Merino, Nkapia, and Arsenal looked the same. 4 changes or 5 changes. Eddie didn't play. Of course, Odegaard is absent. Zubamendi is not there. The striker is not there. The left back, Calafiore, is not there. Not even Maizlus Kelly. So about 5 changes, of course. And Arsenal look kind of steady in the game. And that is one of the things that a lot of people actually used to give credit to Pep Guardiola before. About even if he changes his team, the team looks similar, right? And that is what Arsenal are achieving now. The squad depth is absolutely reaching a level of ridiculousness that it doesn't matter who starts, the plan will always be the same. And I like what Mikel Merino did, actually. He's used to drop deep and also get involved in the game, but also go forward to be that number 9 striker. That first goal is a true number 9 striker, moving between the two center backs and actually holding the line correctly. And actually, the first time finish on the volley. Like he's just that touch in the near post. Brilliant, fantastic finish from a striker that Mikel Arteta created out of nowhere. That is very reliable. And if you're an Arsenal fan, I want to hear from you. I know you want Jokeris back, and I'm not going to ask you should Mikel Merino start or not. But how impressive is it that Arteta has made a 4 striker out of a midfielder that has never, ever in his life played in the midfield? That is a coach that made something happen out of nothing. But yet people tell me that Arteta is not a good coach. Absolutely ridiculous. At 15 years old, that is 15 years old, 308 days, the youngest ever player to play in the Champions League history, beating Yamal and beating, if I'm not mistaken, Yusuf Mokoko. That is another talent that we need to speak about for the future. This kid, and not a lot of people are talking about him because they are focused with Arsenal and Arteta and winning the league and blah, 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 and all the clean sheets and defensive and set pieces. But there is not enough talk about this kid in the media lately because that talent, every time, the number one, every time he touches the ball, he looks like so confident on the ball. And I know that people say, no, we should actually ease him in the team. And I agree. The 15 years old, I haven't even signed a professional contract yet. So Arsenal should definitely ease him into the team and actually be a little bit cautious about how to inject his minutes into the team. But he's an absolute phenomenal and magnificent talent for Arsenal Football Club. That is undeniably one of the best out there, one of the best youngsters in the world, one of the best 15 years olds in the world currently. And Arsenal will definitely benefit from this. The one that I saw today was not a little bit good. This is the negative part, and I want to hear your opinion. And I want to hear why is Nwaneri. Nwaneri didn't look like he's enjoying himself on the pitch. And I don't know, is it about the minutes? You started the game today. I expected better from him. He got in the ball a couple of times, lost the ball a couple of times, and Arteta gave him the chance today to prove himself, and I don't think that he did very well today. I know that he's only 18 years old, and we have to be patient about him, but this is his 9th Champions League game for Arsenal Football Club. I'm expecting better from him, to be honest with you. Completely, to be honest with you, I'm expecting him to play better than this. I know the talent is there. I can see the touch. I can see the turn on, the half turn. But he hasn't played well today. And maybe it's all about, I don't know what he's thinking, but maybe Mikel Arteta need to answer a couple of questions about him. Why is he not playing well? Is there something going on in the background? I don't know, but because I hate for a talent like this to be wasted. He's a brilliant footballer that you can tell that the talent is there. Actually, he's physically strong. He's not weak. And I think that the center of gravity will help him. But for some whatever reason, I think it's about the confidence of Mikel. You see Maizo Kelly's confidence is absolutely brilliant. Nwaneri, yes, he scored a goal in the cup against Brighton. But again, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you need to do better. Nwaneri, I know you're young, but you need to do better. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you guys are new here. And let me know about Nwaneri. Let me know about the defensive solidity of Arsenal. And I will see you guys in the next video. And thank you so much for being here.